to Gen Z Matters, where we bring our perspectives to the world. Today, I am thrilled to be joining you here with Pavni from the amazing nonprofit Musical Memories. Hi, Pavni, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for joining us here today. It's such a pleasure to have you on as a guest, and we're really excited to be working with you. So, would you mind introducing yourself and the organization?
Sure. So I'm Pavni, and I'm the co-founder and president of Musical Memories. So essentially what we do is we provide students with an exciting and engaging way to develop their skills in the world of music. So a main focus of our organization is using music as a therapy tool for patients battling neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's, etc. So what we essentially do is we run two main projects. We run a tutoring project and a musical hospice project. So with our tutoring project, what we kind of do is we just pair up younger students around the world with more experienced musicians, whether they are in high school or they're actually professional musicians. And then we give these younger students, as well as the professional tutors, a chance to perform at different venues, which is kind of where our musical hospice project comes in. And what we do here is we just go to different medical institutions, different senior centers, etc., and just perform for them. So here in the United States, senior centers are kind of set up in one dominant way. That being that there's two sections. There's a memory care unit, and then there's just the assisted living unit. So we primarily perform for the memory care unit only because we understand that music has such a strong power cognitively. So yeah, that's kind of what we do. And a little bit about me is I'm a rising senior at Biotechnology High School, and one of my main passions is music. I've been playing the flute since fourth grade, and it's really become just an amazing source of joy for me, an amazing source of joy to bring to other people.
Yeah, thank you so much again for sharing that. And I'm so glad we could have you here. So for those who don't know, as mentioned, I also attend Biotechnology High School, and Pavni and I are classmates, although I am a rising junior. And I just think the work that you're doing as an organization for Musical Memories is so important. Because I know personally I've been involved with music for a really long time, even back to when I was in elementary school, with the performing arts, singing and dance and theater, not necessarily more of instrumental, but I guess a lot more of actually being on the stage. I know it has a true calling and has such a power to kind of reform the lives of others and help improve them greatly. So kind of going off of that, what kind of personal connections do you have to music?
Yeah. So I've been actually playing the flute for around 10 years now, and I've also been an avid piano learner since I was 6 years old. So in general, these two instruments have kind of just become, my main sources of joy. And that's why I kind of founded this organization as a whole, because I recognize the impact and power that music had. And also after volunteering at a senior center and performing pieces for them, I kind of, solidified my desire to go ahead and actually find this organization.
Yeah, I think that's so cool because I know it takes so much dedication, time, and hard work to actually learn how to play an instrument. So totally kudos to you for that. So kind of going back to the importance of music that we were mentioning, what are some of I guess the personal kind of joys or reasoning that you get out of being a musician?
Yeah. So I feel in general it has so much mental health benefits in terms of reducing stress. Listening to music has actually been proven scientifically to lower cortisol levels. So that in general just reduces stress, anxiety, and it just uplifts our mood and other people's moods as well. And I personally find it as a way to enhance my identity. And we specifically understand that playing an instrument can enhance, cognitive abilities as well, which is why we kind of perform for patients battling neurodegenerative diseases. And music overall just brings people together, whether it's a concert, a community event, a jam session. And as someone who's the second chair in a reputable orchestra in New Jersey, I understand how wonderful it is to kind of just play, my instrument with a large group of people. And so, that's just been a main source of inspo for me when it came to finding this organization. And it kind of just inspired me to, turn my passion for music into this force for good.
I think that is so interesting. And a lot of the points you brought up, I can definitely resonate with as well. But before I kind of like expand upon that, what orchestra are you a part of? That's so cool.
Yeah, so I'm part of the Youth Orchestra of Central Jersey, and I'm part of their highest division, the Symphonic Orchestra. And within this orchestra, we've played lots of, professional repertoire, including Tchaikovsky's Symphony Number 4, which is one of my favorite composers personally. Going off on that, I guess, I do love Gustav Mahler as well when it comes to my favorite composers. So, yeah.
I think that is super interesting. And also, like, I really commend you for doing that because I know those are some more challenging pieces to play. I guess, like, going off of kind of some of the previous points that you were mentioning, one of, like, the most amazing things to music, I know for me personally, is that everybody can find something that they resonate or relate to. There's so many different genres and subgenres, whether that be pop, rock, hip hop, classical, or even like down to cultural specificities. Everybody can kind of find their own place in the musical sphere. And it's also really good for, I think, bridging the gaps between cultures. Because a lot of the times, I know language can be a bit hard to translate meaning between. If you're going from like America to somewhere foreign like India, like I know sometimes I have like a hard time connecting to my peers back in India. I know I have relatives back in Tamil Nadu who don't necessarily speak fluent English. And so at that point, we're actually able to bond over music. We're able to relate to some of the big Hollywood hits that are coming out and talk about our favorite kind of pieces. So I think it's so powerful connecting people from even like the same ethnicities or different ethnicities to kind of share such a powerful message that can really be interdisciplinary. I have to ask, do you have any favorite genres of music?
My favorite genre is probably like classical and R&B. I really love The Weeknd in general, and when it comes to classical, I'm a huge fan of Tchaikovsky and Gustav Mahler.
Yeah, well, I know I personally don't listen to a lot of classic. I can definitely agree with you on The Weekend. One kind of thing to re-mention, because you already brought it up, yeah, as like an organization, there's such a huge focus on improving like mental health and helping those with neurodegenerative diseases. Do you think you can expand a little bit upon that and how music can help improve human health?
Yeah. So studies have actually shown that music can significantly like stimulate memory recall in Alzheimer's patients. Like familiar music can actually evoke memories and emotions from the past, even in like advanced stages of the disease, which I found really fascinating when we were trying to, like start this organization. And it's funny because the phenomenon is actually referred to as the musical memory effect, where musical memories remain intact even when other memories fade. So that's kind of, just like a really cool, interesting fact that actually led us to name our org as Musical Memories. And in general, music therapy sessions have been used in many care facilities to help patients reconnect with their past. Like playing, like songs from a patient's youth can trigger different autobiographical memories and create moments of recognition, clarity, etc. And yeah, we definitely understand and encourage using music as this means of connection to kind of bring people from all walks of life together, which is why we specifically have performed for underprivileged youth, we've performed for refugees, seniors, because we understand that music can, like really just be this guiding tool no matter the age, which is why just like going off on some upcoming events that we're having in October, we're actually partnering with Music in Commons, most famously known for their Black Legacy project. And what we're doing through that is we're honoring the life of Daniel Pearl. He was this Wall Street Journal reporter who was abducted and murdered because of the 9/11 attacks. So we are trying to honor him And that's one of the other, I guess, powerful, ways music really has an impact. It can be used to kind of honor and portray a person's life. Daniel Pearl specifically, he was a talented musician. He played the fiddle, which is really cool. So that's why we're trying to host some local jam sessions coming up in October. And we're also going to be performing at a gala for St. Jude's. Again, we're trying to, recognize the effect that music has for not just patients battling neurodegenerative diseases, but any patient really. And with that being said, cancer patients as well. And we're trying to move on to performing for veterans as well. And just using music as a way to raise awareness about racial and social injustices.
That is so incredibly powerful, and it really is going to bring awareness to those important issues. And I also never even knew the origins for musical memories. I think that's so cool. This kind of might be like a little bit of a side tangent, but also kind of reminds me of in Stranger Things how they were going on about when kind of people are getting taken by one of the main villains, how music is the thing that helps ground them. And I think that's still so applicable for everyone in any different walk of life. So I think that is really amazing the work you guys are doing, and definitely wishing you like amazing luck for all your future endeavors. So what I am wondering is if we can kind of rewind back time a little bit and go back to the formation of musical memories. So how did you guys like actually take this idea that you had and make it into a reality?
Yeah, so I feel like the first thing we kind of did is I sat down with my twin brother. Me and him co-founded this org together, and we kind of identified a crucial issue that we both are passionate about. And both of us being avid music performers and, truly having that passion for using music as this tool for good to, provide other students with a way to develop their own skills in the world of music, as well as using music as this therapy tool was really important for us. And so, we were dedicated to use our love for our instruments into a force for good and use music as this means of connection, etc. So just going over, I guess, like how our organization is structured. So we have a president, that's me, and then Pranchu is our vice president, and he's also our lead web developer, so he helps us with the website, etc. And then we have a specific person, Chinmai, who leads our musical hospice project, and then Abhinav, who leads our tutoring project, as well as having our Instagram, TikTok manager, and PR manager. So that's just kind of how our organization is structured. And when kind of forming the org, I guess, a crucial part was really just doing that, that large amount of research to kind of solidify and enhance our understanding when it came to music's power scientifically. That was kind of a solidifying factor. And when we found out that fact of how familiar music can evoke these memories and stimulate memory recall in Alzheimer's patients, and the fact that that is known as a musical memory effect kind of, made us incorporate that within our own org's name. So, yeah, and a really important thing that's kind of helped us throughout our process is just like, being openly collaborative with each other, hosting brainstorming sessions together, doing, good networking in general. By having like a strong, social media team, we have lots of PR interns who actively research current trends or checking out new reels. They add to our like saved musical memories collection on Instagram, etc. Like that has been crucial for us in just like growing our platform in general. And then having Pranchu and his web development team just, help make our website engaging in general. And using LinkedIn, really, we, like use LinkedIn as this effective source of networking. And one of our most successful projects has been our internship, where we've been providing students from all around the world really with an opportunity to grow their outreach skills, their HR skills, their PR skills. And using LinkedIn, we got around like 1,000 responses for this. So in general, I feel like just having a team that's truly motivated and equally as excited about our passion as we are is absolutely crucial, as you want to really hire a team who is equally passionate about using in our case, music as this force for good.
Yeah, and I think I really agree with the part where you're talking about trying to find a solid team. Because I know as a podcast, I'm really like a one woman operation. I run the entire thing solo. And it's kind of been really tricky, to manage coming up with the ideas, doing all the outreach, managing social media, and trying to grow it all alone. But it definitely is more doable for if it is a podcast versus this amazing wide scale nonprofit that you guys are doing with a global impact. So I just wanted to kind of tie it back to finally, what advice would you give to students who want to start an initiative of their own, either similarly along to the ideas of musical memories or completely different?
Yeah. So I kind of just advise young innovators in general to first just find what truly excites and motivates them. I believe enthusiasm is probably the most powerful tool, and that alone will probably drive others to join your cause. That kind of worked with mine. And the first thing would be to begin with projects in your local community that kind of serves as a small stepping stone. I always advise people to start small and then think about ways to grow your tangible projects. And I feel like these early successes will probably provide the valuable experience and foundation you need for larger initiatives. And what's really important is to build strong partnerships with like-minded organizations and actually find professionals who can offer guidance. That was huge for me when Pranshu and I started our organization. We've reached out to so many different professionals on LinkedIn, DM them via Insta, and that was really just crucial for us to feel we were safe. We kind of knew where to go with our project. And in general, I would say to just stay up to date with the latest trends, leverage your technology, make the most out of it, develop strong communication skills, and cleverly recruit members for your team. And by starting small, collaborating effectively, and staying informed, I believe you can create meaningful change and inspire others to join you on your journey. Specifically, one huge problem that our org had to overcome was, this was a while ago when we were starting. Within our core executive team, we faced many issues with communications, as we've had our fair share of having to find replacements for our PR graphic design manager. Thus far, we've had to fire around 2 managers for not being communicative enough with our team and not performing tasks to their full potential. So, as a team, we really just sat down and we decided on a new platform to use. So for us, a huge breakthrough was just being organized using the platform Asana, which kind of allowed everyone to be well informed of what is due when, whether it's making a post of our Panda Express fundraiser coming up, or just creating a TikTok reel. And another key change was refining our hiring process as well. We, to better identify candidates who possess strong communication skills, they had a proactive attitude. And how we did this was we included scenario-based questions in our interviews to kind of gauge how candidates would handle communication challenges and task management. And that approach alone helped us select individuals who are not only skilled in their technical roles, but also aligned with our team's communication standards. And now I can effectively say that we have a wonderful core executive team. We're always on top of things. We know what we're doing because we sat down, we've refined our hiring process, we found a platform that works for all of us, and we've just been in general way more productive. So I feel as you you are like entitled to, like face many problems when it comes to starting your organization freshly, and just like approaching that with a proactive attitude, and like asking others for advice. And the other people don't even have to be like within your own core executive team, like reaching out to people on LinkedIn, DMing people on Insta, or DMing like other like like nonprofits, etc., that kind of align with your core interests. Like that is crucial, and that can actually like help you a lot along the road.
I think that that was absolutely the perfect way to kind of close off this episode, and I couldn't agree more with everything that you were saying. So, just to everyone, thank you so much for listening to this episode. Pavni, thank you so much for your time here today, having this conversation with me. Everyone, please support Musical Memories with the links down in the description. They're doing incredible work and can use all the support they can get. And if you are interested, their website and other social media pages have ways that you can get involved. And last but certainly not least, don't forget to support Genz Matters on RSS, Spotify, and YouTube and Instagram. At the point that we're recording, we are so close to 1,000 followers. So please help us reach that goal. And once again, Pavni, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us here today.
Of course, thank you so much, Annika, for having us on your wonderful podcast. And yes, be sure to support Genz Matters.
Yes, thank you. Be sure to support Musical Memories too. Thank you so much and have a great evening.